lots and lots of questions. I have just a handful of them here, but I'd like to ask Linda and Sherry to please help us pick up any additional. If you have a card and you'd like it picked up, can you just quietly raise your hand with it? And, we'll come around and pick it up. I also want to acknowledge a couple of other folks that are in the room. First of all, I see Jeff Escobar way down there, the president of Brewer. And someone that we all owe a huge debt of gratitude for going above and beyond for Roosevelt Island for many, many years. Micah Kellner, will you please stand up? I'd also like to acknowledge all the hard-working people that serve on the board of the Roosevelt Island Community Coalition. Can you all please stand up? As well as the folks that serve on the Common Council. Common Council, come on, Melissa. Okay. Two more people are here. Jim Kleins from CBA. How did I miss her? Nate Swanson, where are you? James, way back there. Okay, from Serrano. And Sally Menard from For Freedom. So I'm going to get started on the questions. And again, if you need a card, raise your hand. This gentleman over here, Mr. Lloyd, would like a card. Okay, that's the benefit of being in a small community. We all know each other. Anybody else need a card? And if you have a card, can you just hold it up? And somebody will come around and pick it up for you. In the meantime, I'm going to get started reading these. And I'm going to put a couple of them together that are on the same topic. I'm glad that our legislators have brought up the issue of ferry service here. This first question is, how are the plans for ferry service materializing? Will the residents be kept informed about its progress? Specifically, will it be going to both downtown and midtown? When will it start? Where will the dock be located? And then the other question is, who is paying for the ferry dock? And are the funds allocated to build it? So can we get some answers, folks?
Can I ask the representatives that are here? I understand Mr. Towns is here from Housing for the Governor.
Ted Houghton.
Ted Houghton is here. Why don't you come on up and join us?
And Charlene from REOC, James Watson from Cornell.
And Caroline Bates from Con Ed.
Yes.
Come on up and join us here. Hey, how are you? Good. Okay. You're asking about the ferry service?
We are.
Okay, I will tell you that I got $4 million in federal funds for the ferry service. And we were working to get a ferry service to go to the Four Freedoms Park, and we were working to have it connected, another site over here. I'm up in Washington, you gotta understand, I just got back. But I have to get an update on where it's going. We're pushing for it. And I know there were two sites we were pushing to get it. I don't know whether they assigned it, if it's running. Sally, do you know where it is?
I think Mayor de Blasio did announce in his State of the City that there would be one stop, and it's closer, I think, to the 59th Street Bridge because it's the intermodal transportation hub.
Why don't you come up here too, Sally? Join the panel up here.
There'll be more people up here than there.
And do we have someone from Kallos office?
everyone, Joseph Strong from Ben Kallos' office. As you guys know, ferry service is a priority for the council member, and we have been in multiple conversations with the city agency involved in the planning of the ferry docks and the ones putting forth the RFPs. And so when the RFP was released, it was looking for something on the southern end of the island. Since then, they have located, the ideal location will be the oil dock underneath the 59th Street Bridge. This was done with the help of RIAC as well as DEC and council member and many others. And so the ferry service has really been a team effort, and the team effort's going to keep going.
Now, also, the park was trying to do a model project. They were willing to pay for it. You know, Sal, can you talk about that, what you're trying to do with the...
It's actually 2 years ago now, but we were hoping to have a pilot project with a portable temporary dock just to service, to prove that the metrics were there, and that if there were a dock and ferry service, it would actually be heavily used. But it basically wasn't possible to pull it together at that point. We are absolutely thrilled that it's been announced for 2017. I think we all should bend our effort to try to get it moved into 2016. That's what I'd like to see happen.
Okay, going to the next one. What benefit, and I think this is really directed to Con Edison, what benefit will the residential community receive from the intrusion of Con Edison to build a gas line for Cornell on Main Street?
Hi, Carolyn. I'm here from you news you're not happy with. So, I'm sorry, I'm from Con Ed. My name is Carolyn, head of Manhattan Public Affairs. Con Ed spent about $500 million last year doing gas main replacement throughout the city. Roosevelt Island will have some work being done on Main Street coming this summer. We promised, and we will come back to you. That is all still in the planning stage. We are coming back, we promise, to speak to you about that work. I'm going to bring the smart people who are planning that work and the engineers. I'm neither an engineer nor a planner, but they will come back to you. I'll work with the elected officials' offices to set up a meeting for all of you to come back and talk about that work, what it will mean for you, what kind of work will be done in the street, and we're working on the permits. We don't have the permits yet. We're in the planning stages. So I just want to tell you, I'm here to tell you, the assembly member, we talked to her a week ago. She said, can you come tonight? I said, we're not ready to talk about the details of the plan. We're still working on it. But we will come back and we'll talk to all of you again about it because it will impact you. We just want to tell you why we're doing it. We're doing it throughout the city. Con Ed spent $2 billion last year upgrading our gas, steam, and electric systems. So we're doing a lot to improve the infrastructure throughout our service area to make it stronger, more reliable, and we're expanding in some areas like Upper Manhattan. So we will be back to talk to you. I'm sorry I don't have a lot to tell you tonight, but I did want to come with a request of the assembly member. We're happy to be here, but we'll come back in, I think, a short amount of time to tell you about that work. So,
Caroline, I think the question was, what exactly are you doing for Technion Cornell for this new teaching thing? Are you putting lines and everything into that?
I think there's a lot of work that's going on that I'm not as familiar with that is not the gas main replacement work that's going on Main Street. I don't know, Cornell is here, but I know we're doing these gas main replacements throughout the city, and I understand Cornell will be a gas customer.
Yeah, we will benefit from it as well, absolutely.
Are they putting lines in there?
They're doing it for the entire island, but they're also, as part of that,
We did
site.
Brewer Hospital, we're doing it for
They're
Cornell.
doing it for the whole island?
Yes.
That's great.
And we're doing it throughout the city.
So it'd be great to have a schedule once you know it.
Yeah, we will.
Congresswoman, we have been working very closely and meeting with Con Ed and meeting with Cornell to make sure, and in fact I've stated a number of times that when there is a plan, we are going to ensure that the safety measures, environmental issues, and right now one of the biggest issues is the timing of everything. We have one road on Roosevelt Island. So it is going to be a challenge to say the least. But from REAC's point of view, no permits will be given unless we are assured of safety because of those incidents that have been in Lower East Side and in Harlem. We're asking that, and Con Ed has agreed that they will give us the certification of all the employees. They will do a test of illegal hookups, and also they will have a certification of